I am here today with my friend Jen Smith from modernfrugality.com. And I wanted to bring Jen in because she has this amazing podcast called the Frugal Friends podcast, which you should definitely go listen to. And she talks all about frugality and friendship and ways that you can make being frugal fun. And so I wanted to bring Jen in to have just a little chitty chat with you guys about how it doesn't have to mean living under a rock to be frugal. So Jen, can you tell us a little bit about your money story to give us a little bit of an idea?
Yeah. I graduated grad school with over $50,000 of debt and met my husband a few years later. And we got married. We had $78,000 of debt between 2 student loans and a car. And I was making maybe like $35,000 a year, and he was unemployed, and I was not interested in paying off our debt. I was 25 years old, and I did not want to live under a rock for the rest of my 20s just to pay off this debt that I thought could never be paid off. It was really his goal to become debt-free, and he's the one that got me on board. And what we had planned to take us 5 years ultimately took us 2 years.
Wow.
With those starting incomes. And since then, so we've been debt-free now for 3 years, besides our mortgage. I have realized there's so many people like me who love to spend money socially and want to have fun, want to live a life, have self-care, but also want to reach big financial goals. And so my sole purpose in life, besides, raising my son and being a good wife, is helping other people reframe their concept of frugality so that they can do amazing things with their money in the future, but without sacrificing what that means in the present.
In that process, what are 3, if you can narrow it down to like 3, what are your 3 biggest things that you think contributed to you getting on board with being debt free and you guys being able to pay that off? What were like the top things that you can share about that?
So the biggest thing, the one that actually pushed me over the edge to start doing this goal, was the conversation that we had. It didn't take me very long to get on board, but we had a conversation, and at the beginning I was like, I'm not doing this. I don't want to live under a rock. And then Travis just started talking to me about, okay, so what are your goals for the future? What do you want from our life? Mm-hmm. What do you want from your life? Fostering is something that's really important to me. Like, I want to be able to foster one day.
Yeah.
But I am familiar with the foster care system and know it takes a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of resources. So I didn't want to be beholden to $500 and $700 debt payments every month and take it and have that added stress and the need to work. I wanted to have income and work flexibility to do that. Realizing that is what got me on board. Then once we were paying off debt, it felt really isolating. We were the only people we knew that had this goal. I needed an outlet to regain my motivation. And for me, that was writing about it.
Yeah.
So starting my blog, Modern Frugality, and helping other people actually helped me more because it gave me accountability. It gave me the option to reflect and celebrate how much I'd grown. And then it also helped, it helped other people, which to me was really rewarding. So that kept me motivated. And then just learning how to have a rich life. This sounds kind of cliche, but how to have a rich life on less was also integral. I thought that to have a full life needed all these things. In reality, I needed maybe like half of them.
Yeah.
But I would have never realized that had I not taken them away. And nobody's going to force you to take these things away unless you're in a global pandemic and you're quarantined. But for me, nobody was going to force me to take those things away unless I was working towards this big goal. And that's how I realized that I was okay living with fewer things.
Jen, thank you so much for coming and talking. And where can people find you? Do you have any last words about how awesome frugality is and how there's enough room on the frugal train for everybody? Cheap,
There
cheap.
is. Yeah, frugal, not cheap. So you can find me at modernfrugality.com or on Frugal Friends podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you sign up for any of my opt-ins, I have a list of ways that I find things for free at modernfrugality.com/free. That's one of my favorite ones. And then also modernfrugality.com/checklist is kind of my budget checklist. It's some things that I do every single month in order to make it easier to stay on budget. If you opt into any of those, you'll get a discount on my financial freedom planner.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Jen. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks for having me.